Welcome back to the Financial Logistician. I am your host, All-Nighter Hider. Excuse me for the shakes. My armpit was itchy and my camera holder broke, so here we go. In fact, I would have been filming this 2 hours ago. But as I was putting my phone into the camera holder, a little piece of plastic decided to snap on me, so I had 5-minute epoxy right there, ready to go. I just had to grab a toothpick, really. Start mixing it up. I epoxied it together. I clamped it together. 2 hours later, I tried it again, and it wasn't ready yet. Yes, 5-minute epoxy sets in 5 minutes, but it does not become structurally integrity. Structurally integral. Screwing that one all up. Words are hard, right, Dion? Yeah, so it started to roll on me again. It wasn't very secure, so I'm actually gonna have to tap it and throw a screw in there, because I kind of like the camera holder, and I really don't want to go and spend another $5 on a piece of crap. So I'll fix the one I have and transfer hands back and forth for the meantime. This is my goals video because once again, I missed my 6 a.m. Monday morning accountability meeting where I share my goals. Fuzz flying around. Where I share my goals for the week. So, I hit it early this morning and I just didn't really have time. I had to jump on the road. So, here we go. These are my goals. And I did write them down. This made it so much easier this week. That little bit of organization of just writing down my goals. It's not a whole lot of brain power saved, but I guess I don't have a whole lot of brain power to spare, so it really helps out to write my goals down. I put little check boxes. I've got a let's show you. Got a chalkboard, and so I wrote my goals down, put little check boxes near them, and got me a piece of chalk, and I would check them off. And quite honestly, that little bit helped out tremendously. I don't know what it is. It's not, like I said, it's not a whole lot of brain power, but it really helped out. So, oh my goodness, my arms are getting tired. Here we go. So, without further ado, I had some goals for the week of create 3 videos, film and post 3 videos, meet 2 new people. That is, I think that's rule number 3 on the ORAT rules. That one boils down to the communication part of the 2 C's that I always talk about: communicate and cooperate. Communicate what you want with others, and then cooperate with others to get it. It's pretty simple. So meet 2 new people and communicate what you're doing. That's real estate. So did that. And then I had a goal of daily discipline. I wanted to look at my buy box 7 days a week and build that daily discipline muscle. I didn't do it. I didn't meet that one. I'm going to call it a success because I did get over halfway. So I met 4 of my days, 4 of the 7 days. I'm looking at Gary, Indiana again. I do have a buddy from high school that's thinking of investing there. Hi, kitty. There we go. I have to hold it so much. Let's see. That was it. 3 new videos. I posted those. I actually only did 3. I was planning on doing maybe 5 or so, maybe a video every other day, and it just didn't really. That muscle hasn't been built, I don't think. And then I met the 2 new people. One of them being my buddy from high school. And then I've been looking at my daily discipline buy box 4 days of the 7 days of the week. I'm gonna make those my goals again. Sounds kind of easy to do, but they're not easy. I'm just rambling now. I should have thought of another topic for the video, but I didn't. So, yeah, I'm gonna end it there. I'm tired. Oh, that's what I did. Okay. So today I got a new toy. I got a track saw, a plunge track saw. I was in the market for a table saw, and a table saw is kind of a unitasker. It's a table and a saw, and quite honestly, the ones that I was going to get, the one that I'm looking for, or the category of table saw that I'm looking for, it's not really for the job that I'm wanting to do. I want to build cabinets. So I'm looking for a cabinet quality table saw. Something I can rip a 4x8 sheet of plywood on. And I can do it, and I've done it. I've ripped 4x8s on little job site table saws, right? Little 10-inch job site table saws. A job site table saw is something that's very portable. But with that portability, it lacks accuracy, I'll say. Accuracy and consistency. Because that's what a table saw is really used for, is for accurate and consistent cuts. So I wasn't really going to find an accurate and consistent table saw the way that I want in a job site table saw that's meant for portability. But that's really another need of mine. So I'm looking for the best of both worlds. And rather than get a table saw, I got the track saw. It's a track. It's an aluminum track that the saw table... the saw table rides on the track. All these terms. What is it? The saw rests on the table because I am moving the saw, and then runs along the fence. So if that makes any sense, the table's the floor, the fence is the thing that you run the guide. If that makes any sense. So what I have now is basically a very, very portable untable saw that is actually very, very accurate. I've been messing with this thing, and it is very accurate. So I went to La Mesa Lumber this morning, and I was shopping for this thing. I was going to go they're a local lumber store. I want to give them my business. Just on principle, I want to give them my business. But La Mesa Lumber wants my business. Imagine that. They want my business, and so they have earned my business. I've been going there for a while now, and really, it's been kind of a seasonal thing. I'll go in and out. Sometimes I just need a piece of lumber, so I'll go to Home Defecto or something, and then I'll get into this groove of going to Home Defecto. And really, like Lumberjack Landlord mentioned, they do get inferior tools. The tools that are kind of just blemished or whatever, they may put, or they have cheaper bearings, or cheaper housings around the bearings. So, the cheaper parts, I should say. They actually have a SKU number that will be, or could be, one number off, signifying this model goes to Home Defecto, or a big box store that really, quite honestly, homeowners shop at, and they're going to be less scrupulous over the tools they buy. Wow, I lost all context. Oh, so I went to La Mesa Lumber, and I was shopping around for table saws, and in doing so, I'm talking to the parts guy. He's Blake there. He's the parts guy. He does all the repairs and everything. So he was telling me that the Bosch table saws have a plastic housing around the bearings, and so he ends up repairing a lot of those. Excuse you, kitty. And so, yeah, and talking to him and getting some really, quite honestly, some real world knowledge about the tools, because I don't use a table saw every day, and I haven't used these brands in a long time, so I don't have that real first-hand experience. Yeah, I really don't. So I was relying on what he was telling me, and in doing so, he led me to Festool, which is not cheap. That saw was actually $5.99. The track was $160. Add-on, $400 for the jig that I basically it acts like the fence on a table saw. So what I can do is set up this track saw, set up the guide system, bump my material right up to the guide system, and then just run my saw on the track. Very, very similar to a table saw. It's just a jig system. So it makes everything consistent. So I can just run my material through the same cut. That was another $400. I mean, we're looking at $500 or $1,000 really, really quick. Plus, I wanted the battery operated one that was actually $100 cheaper. But then I have a dedicated battery system to Festool, and quite honestly, as much as I like that, it's a better quality than Makita or I got Milwaukee. It's a little bit better quality, a little more thoughtful. It's like the carpenters made that one, the German carpenters. So yeah, I didn't go with that one. I'm not a cabinet builder. I'm an all-around handyman contractor, so I just didn't need it. It didn't fit my style. The Milwaukee definitely fit my style, and I need a new impact. I need a new corded or new battery operated tools. So, with all this thought behind it, I finally eventually settled on Milwaukee. I'm getting the impact tomorrow morning because right now I have a cordless plunge track saw with no battery, so I haven't even heard this thing operate yet. I've just been messing with it, fiddling with it, figuring out all the knobs and everything. Haven't even broke into any YouTube videos or the operating manual, which I probably will. I haven't ever used a track saw before. Never owned one, never used one. The closest thing I did use was, I don't remember what it was called. It was like a panel saw laid flat. Had two rails that this saw. It was just a skill saw, but I think it was a Bigfoot skill saw, so it was like the 8 1/4 inch or something like that. But yeah, this big saw would just run on these two rails, just forward and back. And yeah, that was a big table. Man, we could fit sheets of plywood on that and just line everything up. And I think there was a crank or something for the saw, so I would sit there and crank this thing, and it would go along, and I'd crank it back, and it would come back to me. That was really funny. All right, 12 minutes. The plunge track saw. I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah, I'm gonna get the impact tomorrow morning. Get a battery and charger for that, and battery packs and everything, and then I'll be ready to go. So then all my rigid stuff will be my son's. I'll hand that down to him so he can be frustrated and learn on inferior tools. Thanks, Rigid. You're a bunch of jackasses. All right. Thank you for watching. Those are the goals. That's my tool info. I'll keep you updated on the panel saw. I keep going on panel saw, on the track saw. I'm going to use it to build cabinet, not face plates, but cabinet doors and drawers. So my parents have cabinets that, quite honestly, the body of the cabinets are fine. The melamine on the drawers and door faces are peeling, so I'm going to make new shaker doors and paint them, spray paint them, and yeah, I'm excited about it. Give my mom a better looking kitchen. Alright, now I'm going to end it. Thanks for watching. This is the Financial Logistician. I'm your host, All Nighter Hider. Those were my goals. 3 new videos in a week. Meet 2 new people. Talk about real estate. Don't just meet the people, but talk about real estate. These are my goals in real estate. And look at my buy box daily, 7 days a week, like I'm going to do. In fact, I need to do that tonight before I crash out. All right, that's it. Much love to everybody in the ORAT and the school community. Love you, and talk to you soon. Invest accordingly.